Okay, we are live, and today we are here to discuss about the first match that happened yesterday between South Africa women and Pakistan women. Obviously, a good win for South Africa,
First of all,
but we have
tell
to talk
everyone
about
how we have
yeah.
created a world record.
Sorry, sorry from my end. Sorry, first of all.
Okay, let's go.
Yes. Okay. So in this live, obviously we'll talk about that match. I think excellent win for South Africa, but the way Pakistan put up the fight, especially with the bat, I think we have to talk about that. But again, along with that, we'll also discuss the Asia Cup Women Rising Stars tournament that is going to begin on 13th, and obviously on the first day of the tournament, India A will be in action, where several stars will be in action. We'll talk about that. But start off the things, Tushadi. Good win for South Africa. Reyneke, what a talent, what a star. On
Oh
her
yeah,
debut, what a performance from her with the ball first of all, and then with the bat finishing the job. 29 unbeaten of what 14 or 15 deliveries, superb start. So
yeah.
what a win for South Africa. As a preparation for the World Cup, I think they must be happy that they are now getting a youngster that is, I think, set for the big stage.
They will be happy, but I think Chloe Tryon and Sunelu will be a little scared. Squared,
Yeah.
I'm saying. Especially Chloe Tryon. I don't know,
Yeah.
something is wrong with me. I'm saying especially the something. But yeah, I think just a bad day, guys. Sorry. Well, yeah, as I was saying, I do think that it was brilliant to see, Reyneke bowl both like that.
Yes.
Both bowl like
Goal and
that.
bat. Yeah.
Yeah. Bowl like that, bat like that. And I thought in the field also she was quite good. So
Mm.
overall, someone like a Chloe Tran, and because she's down the order, so then more than Sunelu, I think Chloe Tran, who has not
Yes,
been
right.
that consistent, would be someone who probably would not like her debut, but in general, everything to like about her. Especially, see, it's one thing about hitting sixes. The other thing is you're hitting straight sixes
Mm.
against slow bowlers. So I think she's a very, very and she's tall. It seemed
Mm.
to me that she's tall. Of course, I have not seen her like personally to say that. And when I say tall, which means that she'll get bounce in English tracks and Australian tracks. So it becomes way more interesting.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, that for someone like Cloetran, the problem can happen because with Cloetran and Malaba in the lineup, you get two left arm
Yeah.
orthodox.
Two left arms. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, two left
Absolutely.
arm orthodox. But when
And
someone
as we
like
were
Reyneke
discussing,
comes, mm,
they didn't have a proper off spinner. Had
yeah,
if they had a proper off spinner,
mm,
I thought Tryon bowled beautifully in the World Cup.
yes,
But
mm,
in general, you also have to understand that the World Cup wickets were friendly for the spinners. But if
mm,
the tracks are not friendly for the spinners, Tryon is not going to be effective. That
yeah,
is when someone like Reyneke would be pretty effective. Also, the left arm matchup because
yep,
left-handed batter matchup because say Australia have left-handed batter. India right at the top with an off spinner option. You can attack a Smriti Mandana. Then there is Australia has left-hander.
yep.
England has left-hander. Who?
England, no, no, no,
No, England does not have left-hander.
yeah,
Uh, unless Emma Lamb plays. England does not
yeah,
have too many left-handed
yeah.
options. But yeah, in
Mm.
general, I think New Zealand has quite a few left-handers, so that could be a good matchup.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I think kudos to her. It's not easy to perform such a way on her debut, on her international debut, because it's so good to see someone coming onto the biggest stage and doing in the first
Yeah,
game itself. I think that's a huge boost for South Africa. But Trisha, we have
and
to
she
talk
performed
about
under pressure.
yeah, absolutely, because things are not in that much of favor of South Africa at one
Yeah,
stage, especially Laura Ulvert's wicket. Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, when I mentioned Laura Ulvert, the new role of Laura Ulvert at number 3, DC Inspired.
yeah. It seems so.
Mm.
You generally have the national team affecting
Yeah.
franchisee decision. It has become the other way around, and she played fluently as well.
Yeah.
It
Mm-hmm.
she played with complete freedom. In fact,
Mm.
she had become Jemima for Sunelu, and she was
Mhm.
talking a lot, telling something to Sunelu. So I think she has taken a lot of learnings from here, probably. No, but on a
Yes.
serious note, I thought she played brilliantly, and
Mm.
two or three of the balls when she stepped out to the Pacers,
Mm.
she was absolutely brilliant. In fact, the in swinger that she missed, that went for a
Yep.
DRS call, she was
Mm.
saved because she was outside the crease and well outside the crease. She had actually stepped out to hit. So,
Mm.
and that pull shot, she had come out
Mm.
half the way and then hit the pull shot. I think Laura Woolward is becoming a batter that, as an Indian supporter, you don't want to see.
Yeah, it's scary. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Initially, it was only beautiful, but now it's
Yeah.
beautiful and scary. I
Yeah.
think this betting is becoming an issue for other teams. But one thing that I loved most, I think, yesterday in the pre-match show, whatever we discussed, the factors, everything came up 95% only in this match. We talked that the aim for South Africa will be use Laura Ulvert as an anchor. She played that role only. She
Yeah.
was scoring from one and others were going for the big shots. We also mentioned that Reyneke is a superb talent. We'll love to see her, doing something, and she won the game. And we also mentioned that Pakistan's skipper Fatima Sana has done the job so far in so many games, and she did it again. What a knock, Trishadi! Clean hitting.
Oh,
At one stage, it was looking that she will score that 100.
yeah, I was a little sad for her that she did not get the 100,
Hmm.
because she absolutely deserved it. What an innings! Completely carried the entire team, and the team score on her back. It is definitely not easy.
Yep.
Um, and especially because it's not like South African bowlers. Probably they did not have the best bowling attack out there, but it wasn't worse. So
Hmm.
I think the way she hit the ball was beautiful, and shows
Hmm.
why Pakistan and Bangladesh, actually, we keep saying that they punched above their weight in the ODI
Hmm.
World Cup. I think they are going to
Hmm.
punch above their weight in the T20
T20.
World Cup also, and then slowly that standard and weight will start increasing. These are the kinds of matches they need. And if you think that, South Africa played badly or poorly or something of that sort, it's not at all like that. And one day matches and T20 matches are very different. In T20 matches, anybody at any point of time can, have that one good innings and you're through. But that does not happen in case of, say, for example, ODI matches. It's a longer format, but shorter format,
Yep.
it's very risky. I mean, think of this. They were looking at one point, they will not reach 100. And
Exactly.
then that Fatima Sana storm that happened, suddenly they're 180. And I had, in fact, texted you, it seems like
Yeah.
South Africa might lose.
Even at one
In fact,
stage, I
had
think
Reyneke not
after Laura
kept her
Ulbert's
cool.
wicket, things were
Yeah,
not looking good for South Africa.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, I think for Pakistan also as a huge positive that the way Fatima Sana batted, but I must say all the other batters, generally Fatima Sana is a bowling all rounder. She is not a proper batter who can hit sixes, but you
Mm,
can expect this kind of knock from her. But in a consistent
mm,
level, you cannot expect that because she bats so down on down the order. But you want other batters to step up with some 25 30 run contribution that can help Pakistan going forward. So that will be an area that I think they will like to improve. But one more thing that happened, we discussed in the pre-match show again, that Ayabonga Khaka again failed to keep up the pressure from
yeah,
one end. Yeah, I think same problem again,
absolutely.
Trishadi. She was bowling those, loose deliveries and letting the pressure go.
Yeah, I think it's a very Ayabonga Khaka kind of bowling. Nothing new, nothing
Mhm.
that surprises you,
Yeah.
because कॉस्मिक क्रेज मैच देखा करो, ये सब बकवास का मतलब, तुम बैटिंग इंप्रूव हो गई है, ऑफ कोर्स इंप्रूव हुई है, और ये T20 गेम है। अकेला फातिमा ने 90 रन किए हैं, सो ऑब्वियसली इंप्रूव हुए हैं। एंड पाकिस्तान का 150 वनडे में नहीं बढ़ रहा था, क्योंकि वनडे एंड T20 आर वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट्स।
Different.
दिस इज
Yeah.
समथिंग दैट पीपल do not realize easily. But anyway, yeah, I think, what were we talking about, by the way?
Ayabonga Khaka.
Yeah, see, this is the problem that we keep mentioning that
Mm,
how do you expect Marizana Cap to handle anything on her own,
mm,
and deal with the pressure when Ayabonga Khaka is so wayward half the time that you feel like why is she there in the team even? So that
mm,
that sort of a thing becomes a big issue. And I thought if most people most of the bowlers bowled very well, but there were one or two bowlers who were leaking runs, absolutely. Even before Fatima started the storm, and Ayabonga Khaka, unfortunately, is one of them. So, somebody who will start with the new ball has to be much better with her line and length and much more consistent.
mm. Yes, absolutely. So I think that's it from the first match. Now the focus shifts to the second match. I think that is going to happen, I think, on 13th, if I'm not wrong.
On
On
13th.
13th.
We were
Yeah, on
making them
13th
play
of June.
one day beforehand only, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that is Asia Cup Women Rising Stars. I thought the tournament will begin tomorrow only. But that is our next topic. In few days, the tournament is
The
going
best
to
part
happen
is
in
he's
India.
telling me tomorrow I will write the match report. I was like, match के पहले report लिख दोगे कैसे तुम भाई? He's like, no, no, tomorrow is the match in the afternoon. I said, no, there is no match tomorrow. He said, no, 13th ko there is a match. Yeah, but tomorrow is 12th. No.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
So many matches happening, and that time only I just completed watching the South Africa Nepal game. So South Africa, sorry, see again wrong. South Africa Afghanistan game.
हम दोनों को कुछ हुआ है. You are also saying good things. I'm also saying good things.
South Africa Afghanistan. What a game, Trishadi. My God. Oh my God. Two
No, I
super
don't like
overs.
that game. कुछ ज्यादा ही कुछ ज्यादा ही है. मुझे ऐसे गेम्स चाहिए ही नहीं यार. मेरे को इतना थ्रिल चाहिए ही नहीं लाइफ में. मेरे को इतना थ्रिल
Oh,
चाहिए तो मैं
when
एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट्स कर लूंगी ना. मैं क्यों बैठे बैठे घर पे अपने आप को ऐसे.
Oh, when I started to write the report, I was like so puzzled. From where should I start? From where should I start? So many moments, so many game changers. But what a game! Unfortunately for Afghanistan, that they didn't win that game. But for South Africa, two crucial points going forward. Okay, now let's move to the Asia Cup Women Rising Star. Trishadi, excited to see the young star be in action. I think Dia Yadav will be in action maybe because
Diya
whatever I have
Yadav,
seen,
Radha Yadav, everyone will be in action.
every Yadav is there. Yes, Mindu Mani is there also, and Nandini Sharma. I think she is
Yeah, I
also
was just
looking
about to
important.
say that. Look, it's very me that I'm excited to see Nandini Sharma, and
Uh,
especially because there's so much. See, Nandini is a good bowler. There is no denying that.
uh,
But how does she change that level, adapt to that level, and better herself? She is a
mm,
good bowler in a particular level. Now she
mm,
has to raise the bar. So,
yeah.
for example, her slowers will no more be equally effective. She now has to mix it properly. So, all these things, I want to see the progression. It can be ups and downs. The performance might be up and down, but the progression has to be there. Wow, my
Mm.
watch is saying there is loud environment. Please go away. Your ears will stop working. And the loud environment is me talking in the live. लोगों को ट्रोल करने के लिए सोशल मीडिया जाना पड़ता है. मेरे घर पे ही है. मेरे घर पे एक
Apna
तुमको पता
gadget.
है मेरी मम्मी है.
Uh, yes.
दूसरा मेरे डिवाइस में भी मुझे ट्रोल करते हैं. So yeah,
Yes.
I'm excited to overall watch that now that India seems at a pretty good level. I think because
Mm,
it's Asian, you will see rest of the teams pretty at an average level, and even
mm,
India inside is a good level here. I want to
yeah.
see what is the difference that a bench strength India has created with the other teams because that is where you win.
Mm, yes.
When you look at the Australian team, we
Mm,
feel the transition is going to be very smooth because there is a Ginger, there is a Charlie Nott, there is a
yeah.
Lucy Hamilton, there is
Mm,
a Nicole Faltham, and all of them. There is Maitland Brown, no,
yeah. Millie
Maitland Brown,
Illingworth.
Millie
Millie
Illingworth,
Illingworth.
yes, Millie Illingworth. So you know that even though there is a transition, the
Yeah.
transition wouldn't be that bad.
Mm,
With India, that is something now you have to start thinking because I don't think there will be a direct transition, but there will be certain positions that will be swapped here and there, which is where I think India needs a very, very strong. Say, for example, the men have.
Mm.
And I'm talking about T20 alone. I don't
Yeah.
think men in one days also have 10 squads, or tests also have 10 squads, but T20 they do. And you want the same for the women as well. So that's why I am
Mm.
extremely interested. I'm also actually interested in seeing Radha Yadav's captaincy, because see, she has become the captain for some reason. So definitely the selectors or the current captain or somebody has her in the leadership, has her as in the leadership group. And we have seen Smriti had also made her the
Mm.
fielding captain for RCB.
Mm.
So she is there in the leadership group. So maybe we are not talking about her enough. We are talking about Smriti and Jemmy, but you never know in the future if Radha Yadav does really well in the tournaments that she's getting to captain, then
Mm.
things can be very, very different.
Yes. But I have a question, Trishari. For someone like Nandini Sharma, now the real
Mm,
challenge starts for her, because before the WPL, there was not that much of information available for any one of us, for the opposition,
mm,
for any one of us. But now, after
mm.
WPL season, any team will get to know what kind of a bowler she
Correct.
is, what kind of deliveries that she generally bowls at the start of the innings, or maybe in the back end of the innings, the slowers and all. So now the real challenge starts as a bowler, because now the opposition might come more prepared than
Mm.
they were in a certain WPL where she did well.
Yeah, that's exactly where you understand the metal of a bowler. So there is potential,
Mm,
yes, and we have seen that
mm,
at this level the potential has worked. But what
mm,
happens next? How does she one ups herself? Because now, till now, Nandini was fighting along with the other domestic stars. Now Nandini will be
mm.
fighting with her own self, because she has to take herself one notch higher, one notch higher, one notch higher. Can she do that? Can she adjust? It's extremely important to understand that.
Mm. Yes, absolutely. Okay, and nothing more. All the preparation is going on, and they will kick off their campaign on the first day of the competition.
Yeah.
So that is about. And now, Trishali, can you take a few comments?
I will, but before that, there is somebody who has asked me a question on the Grey Saris. Uh,
What happened to Grace Harris? Some video, maybe.
I mean, okay. Now we can take, because I was not really informed what had happened. One notch higher, one notch higher. Can she? Okay, I really don't like hearing myself. I just realized.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take the comments. Anjali, Laura is the captain that leads from front. Of course, of course.
Yep.
Anjali, hi. Do you think Dane will play in T20 World Cup and she's not bowling also? This is a question that both of us have. Will Dane play? And if she doesn't play, my only question is, it's okay if she doesn't play. Then why did
Yeah.
she come out of retirement? अभी क्या exactly कर रही है? Retirement से वापस आ गया यार, ये नहीं समझ आ रहा है
And
मुझे अंजलि.
and then why are you playing her in a playing 11 ahead of the World Cup if she's not playing in the World Cup?
Yes, another very good question. And in fact, the coach, I think yesterday when Laura was batting, was having a longish chat with Dane. And then when Dane came out to bat, was sitting and having a longish chat with Laura Woolward. So Dane, even after so many things, if Dane does not play, then I don't know. I mean, I'll also become like Marizane Cap, all serious and, okay. Anjali Heidi, who is the best captain among Laura and Dane Van Niekerk? As I don't see Dane captaincy. Anjali, I think it's very difficult to compare, because
Mm.
yeah, it's काफी difficult to compare Abhi. I would still say that Laura is still building her team. And especially with people like Dane, the thing is they have led the team when South Africa had nothing. Dane has led and
Yes.
inspired the team, the 2017 World Cup, which is why I keep saying that probably, people who have led or who have played in the team much before these prize
Mm.
monies and salaries and contracts. Even if towards the end of their career they did get all that, I think we should not even dare comparing them with people now. Doesn't matter if the numbers say so. Is my only point. कॉस्मिक क्रेज कल का स्कोर देखा, समझ नहीं आया। पाकिस्तान ने अच्छा खेला, साउथ अफ्रीका ने गंदा खेला। फातिमा सना ने, पाकिस्तान ने अच्छा नहीं खेला, फातिमा सना ने अच्छा खेला। कॉस्मिक क्रेज, पाक की बैटिंग इंप्रूव हो गई है क्या? उनसे तो 150 भी नहीं। दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ T20 क्रिकेट, स्नेहाशीष।
Yes, but you also need to see the performance of them throughout the whole series. Not just come up and not just go with just one knock or maybe one innings. It's good that Fatima Sana played that knock, but you cannot expect that kind of knock from Fatima only every day, right? So I think if every batter chipped in, then they can score regularly this 140, 150, 160 plus. But otherwise, it will be difficult for South Africa. But it is good that maybe this knock can inspire the rest of the batters that they can, so that if Fatima Sana can score that quickly and that freely, then they can also, the batters, the pure batters can also chip in. So let's see how they do. But I think nothing. I think we should not come into a conclusion that Pakistan batting has improved a lot. That shouldn't be the case with only one knock. I think let's wait for the other matches in the series also.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
ओके, कॉस्मिक क्रेज, आपने जब बोला कि बकवास बंद करो, स्नेहाशीष भैया भी डर गए। मैंने कब बोला बकवास बंद करो? और स्नेहाशीष भैया क्यों डरेंगे? स्नेहाशीष भैया मेरे को जानते हैं, और स्नेहाशीष भैया ने मुझे इससे भी तेज चिल्लाते हुए देखा है और इससे भी ज्यादा शांत देखा है। तो स्नेहाशीष भैया डरे क्यों नहीं? स्नेहाशीष भैया ने मुझे टीम हारने पे रोते भी देखा है और टीम जीतने पे कूद जाते हुए भी देखा है। आई डोंट थिंक स्नेहाशीष भैया को कोई Anjali, Laura batting at number 3. Now she's also flexible in her batting position. DC inspired her.
Yeah.
लगता है ऐसे ही रहा है स्नेहाशीष, ये तो
Hmm.
डीसी पे जाता है। तो जोनाथन
एकदम
बेटी
एकदम
एंड जेमिमा रॉड्रिगेज, वो
हम्म
जेमिमा ने इंस्पायर किया होगा, नेट पे इतना बात करती थी ना लोरा से। Onkar Onkar Saran is giving us thumbs up. No, I mean he's not giving us thumbs up, giving a thumbs up, yeah.
yeah
स्नेहल के, हाय गाइस, हाय स्नेहल।
I
कॉस्मिक क्राइस्ट, साउथ अफ्रीका ने सामने से बड़ मौका दिया था पर अफगानिस्तान बेचारा। अच्छा, मुझे लगा पाकिस्तान कल अच्छा ही तो खेला। अच्छा, अफगानिस्तान।
क्या करे अभी हो गया गलती
Yeah. Anamika, hi Trishadi, what do you think about Grace Harry's comment about Harmanpreet Kaur? I just checked. Look, there are two ways to see it, and I will be absolutely fair. I understand the outrage, that it seems like an insult, but also if you know Grace Harris, no, as in I don't personally know her, but I have seen. Like, this is the way she talks to Sophie Molyneux also. I remember in the nets, you remember, Snehaji, I was telling you, Sophie Molyneux bowled a ball which is close to her body, and
you
the ball
and
turned.
Trishadi, yeah, and Trishadi, you must say what she said when we met her at the airport. The after the thank you only what she said, that I will love to come back
I
if the
would love
team
to come
requires.
back. As if you and I are deciding whether she comes back or not. वो भी सुबह के 6-7 बजे she was singing
Ah, yeah.
in the airport. So, and I was saying, getting back to the point that I was saying, what she did, she was asked, what's the worst thing that can happen? And she said that the worst thing that can happen is you get run out while jogging, which I think, everybody assumed was referred to that semi-final run out of Harmanpreet
Yeah,
Kaur.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, to be fair, I thought that was banter because, yeah, to continue on that Sophie Molyneux point, Sophie Molyneux actually bowled a fantastic delivery.
Yeah,
This was during the India-Australia series in
right.
Mullanpur. They were
Mullan.
practicing.
Mm.
And fair and square, Grace Harris was absolutely bowled out. Guess what? Harris went and told Sophie Molyneux and screamed from her batting position, "Hey, Molly, you can bowl this well. You didn't know." And Molyneux was, "What do you mean by I didn't know?" In that heat, Moreno was absolutely unhappy with what she said.
and now
But
and now she's the captain.
now she's the captain. So, but she is a little like that. Now, whether she has taken it a bit far, um, if you ask me, probably no. But I also understand the fans' sentiments.
Yeah,
I get that point, but maybe let's not judge her. Maybe the best answer to this would be us defeating Australia in Australia. Simple.
done.
Okay. Snehal K. Highly waiting for India Australia series. Same here. कॉस्मिक क्रेज साउथ अफ्रीका में जो कलर कोटा है वो विमेन्स टीम में भी है क्या? कलर कोटा है मतलब क्या? ओ अच्छा, मैं सोच
हो
रहा हूँ
सकता है
कलर
अभी।
कोटा क्या होता था?
अभी वोट तो सेम
हाँ
ही है,
ऑफकोर्स।
पॉलिसीज हो ही
हाँ,
गए शायद से।
मेन वुमेन जेंडर के साथ कलर का क्या ही है?
हाँ,
Hariharan, this is gonna be one of the best fighter series against India versus Australia women this time. Yeah, absolutely. I think
या
काटे का टक्कर बोलते हैं ना, it will be काटे का टक्कर. हाँ. Anjali, Indian batters are doing good, but bowlers are not were not good in WPL, which is a concern. Yes and no, both. I'll tell you why. Because in Australia, I think the bowlers will get a bit of help, which is not there in India. So you could see very different approach from the Indian bowlers. On the outside of it, watching the WPL, yes, it's a concern the way bowlers have bowled, but I do think that it will improve in Australia. Hariharan, I just saw the podcast of Molly Strano saying about Indian batters as bigger that to Australia this time because it's always Smriti and Kaur names stood up, but this time Richa Shafali Jemi. Molly Strano or Sophie Molyneux? Who did the podcast? Why would
I
Molly
saw
Strano do?
yeah, I saw one Sophie Molyneux one,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Perry is the king and Kohli is the. Hey, sorry.
Perry is the queen and King Kohli is the king of RCB.
Yeah. Though I don't agree, but okay.
Yeah,
Uh, okay. Next, Sharanya. So Hariharan, what you're saying is yeah, makes sense. I think India has a number of batters who can chip in, who can play the beginnings, who can play the big shots as well. So yes,
Mhm.
definitely, it's a good side. Sharanya Haldar, Srishadi, I wanted to ask you, describe the feeling about that semi-final. What was going on, the vibes, your thoughts, because you guys were present there live. Snehashishta, you also say. I was reading my book. I had loud music in my ears, and I did not want to talk to anyone because there were a lot of people in the press box, and in general, I am
Yeah,
someone in the press box who does crosswords and all that. I don't think that I can sit and watch the game quietly.
mm,
I have so many things going on in my mind that I need to keep my focus here and there. So I was reading, I remember, and the book is called Eat That Frog. It was actually a very serious book that I was reading, a non-fiction. And
yeah,
I was listening to music because there were people beside me, Snehashish's friends, who were going on, doing chapar 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 chapar, and that was getting on my nerves because at that point it was very very on the edge
yeah,
kind. Um, every single day my only problem is I kept missing that winning moment fun because the moment that winning moment happened I had to run for the show. But I do remember that while running for the show in between the dy Patil from the press box to the media gate, I had done a little high five, like air punch, because I did feel that if you have defeated Australia, South Africa should not be that tough. But
mhm,
I was scared of Laura Woolward's form. Of course, she was in
yeah,
another level. The other thing which of course did kind of bothered me was the way Indian team reacted, because I was just scared that if they are completely drained out in this match, you don't want,
mhm,
for someone like me who has been watching from the 2005 heartbreak, you do not want that. I
yeah,
had told Snehasis on that night itself. I remember we came back and we were working on our pieces, and I had looked at Snehasis and said, I can't take one more heartbreak. So initially Snehashish was a little scared, why am I talking about heartbreaks, but yeah, I think I was like, I can't take one more. I think I'm done. I will stop watching now. Yeah. Well, you talk about your feelings.
Yeah, I think memorable one. I watched every ball that I can say because I am not reading, but yeah, I watched every ball. And then I went for the PC.
No,
We all
I
saw
was
the
every ball
emotional
in between reading. I read forwards
while
and I'm
reading.
up. I
Yes.
was, yeah.
Then I also attended the emotional press conference that happens,
Yeah.
by Jemima Rodriguez.
Yep.
Then we got to know the story of Jemima Rodriguez. What happened, earlier and everything. But yes, one thing that I remember from that night, after completing the PC, we all, whoever we went for the PC, we all coming back, and while you coming back from the PC room to to the media gate to or press box, you must say, then you have to come while walking on the ground, sidelines of the ground, outside of the the boundary lines. So I was talking to someone, some of my friends, that this thing will stay with us forever. Like, in this ground we are now working, and in this ground history being created. We knocked out Australia, and Jemima Rodriguez played one of the memorable innings, might be in Indian women's cricket, that will be here long time. So yeah, that was a discussion, and then finally the second, what, November, right? Yeah, 2nd November. Yes, 2nd November came, and we witnessed the history at the same venue. So yeah, good
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah. कॉस्मिक क्रेज ऑस्ट्रेलियंस क्या बोलते हैं उस पे ध्यान देने के बजाय उनको हराने में ध्यान देना चाहिए, ये
क्या बात
100% बोलते ना, 100%।
है।
Nehal K. Danny Van Niekerk back in South African team. It's a comeback, or she play instead of Cap, or Cap said her, I don't want to play enough
You don't.
Pakistan against them. ये क्या फैमिली शो चल रहा है, मुझे नहीं खेलना है, तुम खेल दो प्लीज। कॉस्मिक क्रेज, जब से मिच मार्श ने CWC 23 के बाद ट्रॉफी पे पैर रख के फोटो लिया है, तब से ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने एक भी ICC टूर्नामेंट नहीं जीता है, ना विमेन्स में ना मेन में। तो अच्छी बात है, अगर यही है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है भाई। New one is Nikki Prasad deserving rising Asia India A team.
Yeah.
She had lack of opportunity in DC, most of time fielding only. Did you guys know about her bowling skills? Nikki Prasad's bowling skills.
I
I'm not
think she
aware
can
of it.
bowl. Yeah, she can bowl, I think, but not that,
Yeah, that everyone can
like,
bowl.
yeah, yeah,
Everyone can.
yeah. That is not going to happen. But yeah, I think she deserved a place in this team.
Yeah.
I don't know why she has not been picked up, but she deserved a place. Now she is busy playing the senior one day trophy.
Yeah. Hariharan, which bowler is gonna be big threat to Indian batters in all formats?
Annabelle Sutherland.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot Sutherland.
Yeah.
Absolutely, she'll be the toughest to play. No doubt. Gisht has come. Do you think Pakistan currently has a better pace bowling attack than India? Fatima Sana is much better than
No.
Renuka Singh, which is concerning.
But who are the other options? Only one name.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're better than India, but I do think
Yeah.
that they
They've
have
improved.
improved in themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Snehal K. Yes, Molly Strano and Sophie Molyneux both had a recent podcast interview to Australia Cricket Channel. Okay, I have not
Oh,
watched the
okay,
Molly
okay.
Strano one. नहीं,
Yeah,
मैं तो
I
ऐसे
have.
बोल रही हूँ जैसे मैंने सोफी मोलिनो का भी देखा है, मैंने वो भी नहीं देखा है। देखिए
Sleep,
क्या
sleep.
है ना, कल एक एक बहुत बड़ा माइलस्टोन डे था मेरे लिए। वी हैव सबमिटेड, रोहन एंड आई, वी वर
Yeah.
co-authoring a book with Boria Mazumdar, which will be out very soon. So we submitted the manuscript yesterday. So since yesterday to like today, the entire day, I have kind of taken some time off and spent more time with my books and my mom. उतना तो मैंने podcast नहीं देखे. And I'm not a very podcasty person, I don't
Yeah.
know if that's the correct thing to say, but yeah. Um, Hariharan, this recent podcast of Shano and Sophie was really good. Even the Lucy Hamilton podcast regarding WPL experience as well. Okay, we'll watch it. Hariharan Trishadi, do you think Perry will play her last T20 World Cup in England this year? No. I think she'll play the next T20 World Cup and then retire
Yeah,
probably.
another T20 World Cup. Yes.
Yeah. Bhanumati Bandhu, I want the Indian team to go with Reyneke and Sayali for the World Cup in England as their bowling is more preferred for those conditions. Prefer Sayali over Arundhati for this World Cup. I think they are very similar bowlers. I would still go for Arundhati because you'll get the movement in Krantigor. So I would
And
still
batting.
still take someone like
And
yeah, that's what
batting.
I said. That's why I will still
Mhm.
go with Arundhati because with
Mhm.
Kranti you'll get that movement that you will
Yes.
get with Renuka,
And more
but
pace.
not
With Kranti, the
yeah,
pace will be.
yeah. Mm. Hariharan, huge salute to the knock of Smriti performance in WPL inspired 103-degree fever before the pre-day of finals. Huge respect to her, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Gisht, Arundhati Reddy is feisty, never gives up when something doesn't go in the way of bowlers. She'll fight through, pick up
Yeah.
wickets. That's why people love her attitude and hope she keeps her spot. I completely
Yes.
agree. And she's one of the
It,
hardest workers in the team.
yes.
I think.
And she
And
always
she
talks
fights
with the
in
bowlers
practice also,
even
by the
in
way.
practice sessions.
Yeah. Snail K. Where is Harmanpreet Kaur? I don't see her. Has she touched down to Australia? हाँ कहाँ जाएगी वरना वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में
जरूर
जाएगी
होगा होगा अब आपको दिख जाएगा वेट कीजिए ये क्या क्वेश्चन
आई
था भाई
थिंक हरमन इज नॉट
जरूर
अ वेरी एक्टिव पर्सन इन सोशल मीडिया ना सब ऐसे ढूंढ
Yeah.
क्यों रहे हैं उसको नहीं मैंने सोशल मीडिया में भी मुझे दो तीन लोगों ने मैसेज किया है कि हरमन कहाँ है मैंने बोला मेरे घर पे तो नहीं है इतना आई कैन एश्योर यू कि मैंने देख भी लिया है मेरे घर के सारे रूम्स में कहीं पे है कि नहीं बट है नहीं
वो
ओके तुम भी एक बार ढूंढ लेना भाई
हाँ,
हरमन मिले तो
नहीं होगा
नहीं यार गाइस आई डू थिंक हरमन इज देयर फोटो
Yeah.
वोटो नहीं ली होगी या फिर तबीयत थोड़ी खराब होगी या कुछ कुछ होगा कि कहीं बिजी होगी क्या पता भानुमति व्हाट शुड बी आवर आइडियल प्लेइंग 11 फॉर द टेस्ट मैच आज ही पूछ लो तुम लोग सब आज ही रुको जरा सबर करो यार हमें लाइव भी तो करने होते हैं तुम लोग टॉपिक्स भी तो बताएंगे आएंगे जब बताएंगे
Yeah. Yep.
New one. Nikki's under name all rounders list in DC squad. That's why I asked about her bowling.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
I
Yeah.
think she can bowl. Of course, she can bowl, but I don't think she's there for bowling for sure.
Yeah, yeah. The primary role is
Bhanumati,
as a
why?
batter.
Yeah, sorry. This question is for you.
Okay.
Bhanumati is asking why has the Indian team chosen Radha as their captain for the emerging Asia Cup?
Yeah, I think Trishati, you only told me a reason behind that. There is something that
Yeah,
when
I
a senior team member is not getting a chance,
mm,
then when
yeah
this kind
something
of
like that. I
tournaments
will
happen,
explain. Yeah. Mm,
yeah, 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 you told, yeah. So when this kind of tournaments happen, those senior members will be given the captaincy role, because of the experience and all everything. So that is why, as Raga Yadav is not in the radar of the senior team right now, be it any format of the game. So I think that is why she has been given the role, because otherwise, if you see, Minumani has also led the India A team recently, and there are others name also that India can look after, going forward, because as a future leading leader options. But yeah, I think for that rules only, or maybe for that reason only, I think we are saying Radha Yadav as the skipper. But who knows, if she does well going forward, we might see she her as an contender also going forward. Who knows?
yeah. Um, सब कमेंट्स कहाँ चले गए भाग के
Yeah,
अच्छा हाँ हरिहरन आई वांट सी शफाली एंड स्मृति ओपन इन टेस्ट देन प्रतिका एट नंबर 3 हाँ वही होगा
yeah.
शुभम
Shefali.
वर्षित हु विल विन द विमेंस T20 वर्ल्ड कप
Ooh, ooh.
मेरे दिमाग में एक नाम तो है पर फिर तुम लोगों को मैं बोलूंगी तो तुम लोग बाद में आके मेरे को ही ट्रोल करोगे कि आप कैसे ट्रेटर हो आपने कैसे ये बोल दिया ये वो
The host nation. The host nation.
या आई हैव अ बैड फीलिंग that that's going to be the case.
Mm.
Mm. Okay, where was I? Acha. Shambhavi Khimiri. Hi Trishadi, do you know when the ICC award nominees will come out? Till now the winners would have been announced. Do you know any reason why it may have been delayed? आईसीसी में वर्ल्ड कप को लेके इतना पंगा चल रहा है ना, मुझे लग रहा है इसी में बिजी है, इसीलिए बेचारे अवार्ड अनाउंस
डिले हो
नहीं
गया
कर पा
होगा.
रहे. हाँ. Yes, both Renuka and Arundhati are skillful, and Arundhati has better temperament but lacks the ensuing that Renuka possesses. If she becomes more consistent, she will be chosen ahead of Renuka. वो सब तो छोड़ो गिस्ट, तुम्हें क्या हो गया? ये तुम अजीब से क्वेश्चन के अलावा तुम ऐसे करेक्ट करेक्ट पॉइंट्स कहाँ से ला रहे हो? बट वेल डन, वेल डन.
Yeah.
Let's game on. Renuka in WPL versus Renuka in ODI World Cup. There seems to have been difference in her performance. तो फॉर्मेट ही अलग है ना बाबा, तो डिफरेंस तो होगा ना. हरिहरन, डू वी हैव लाइव मैच इन हॉटस्टार इंडिया विमेन वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया विमेन? ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है ना, तो सोनी सोनी लिव में होगा.
High chance.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया के टूर्नामेंट्स तो सोनी लिव में ही होते हैं ना इन जनरल.
सोनी के नहीं, शायद अभी शायद हॉटस्टार में भी होता है, क्योंकि हॉटस्टार ने शायद कोई टाई अप किया था क्रिकेट ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ.
ओह अच्छा,
देखना
फिर हो
पड़ेगा.
सकता है, फिर हो सकता है.
हाँ.
ओके. Snehal K. Healy's retirement at India series on first day of match. Miss her lot. I think I more miss her than Harmanpreet. Healy isn't serious like Lanning. Healy is like always put smile on her face. She will retire on the first day only.
No. She will play the ODI and Test both.
Yeah, she will not play the. Yeah.
T20 series. Yeah, she will not play
Yeah.
the T20 series. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I think someone like Aliza Healy is an absolute character. So definitely will kind of miss her, because whenever I think of Aliza Healy, I remember 2018 World Cup was my first, in the venue World Cup, and Australia had won it. Lisa Stalekar was doing the post match, and suddenly out of nowhere, Aliza Healy comes and was trying to pour the beer on Lisa Stalekar. And Lisa is like, "We will celebrate, Healy. We have to go inside and celebrate. You can't do this on broadcast." She said, "But we have just won the World Cup. Can't we do this?" And then her next question was, "So can we take her?" And Lisa is like, "I am doing this for a living. Can you not do this right now?" And then she says, "Okay, then can I have the mic? I also want to say something." People are like, "Wow." So yeah, I think Anjali, new coach Nicholas said in a video that Jemmy is the one who has high energy than others. Even the coach is shocked to see her. तो इसमें डाउट कहाँ पे है? इसमें इसमें डाउट
बोला
कैसे हो सकता है तुम लोगों को?
मैं आज सुबह ही वो वीडियो देखा. वो पहले बात यही बोला कि मैं अभी कुछ दिन से काम कर रहा हूँ, होपफुली इन लोगों से भी मैं बहुत कुछ सीखूंगा, पर इन लोगों में से मुझे सबसे ज्यादा एनर्जेटिक जेमी मला का, बहुत बात करते हैं. बस इतना बोल दिया.
Gisht, do you think Arundhati might be preferred over Renuka after this World Cup? She can bowl in all three phases and is fit and injury free. Unlike Renuka, Renuka once is dropped will find it difficult to make a comeback. Yes, I do think so. Gish, do you think Renuka and Richa should have been promoted to Grade A? They have been playing all three formats for the past 3 years and have done well. Renuka hasn't done well in all three formats, but Richa, I did think she'll get promoted. I was telling the other day also, Richa, I had expected Richa and Jemmy to be promoted. One, I was correct, of course. Richa, I'm not 100% sure why she was not promoted. But next year, I'm sure she'll be promoted if she can keep going like this. Snehal K. Pratika should be included in ODI and T20I. Shafali and Pratika should remain in squads. Yeah, but I don't think Pratika will recover or what. No, Pratika is there. She has recovered also, I think, no?
Pratika is there in the test squad. She is not, I think, in the ODI squad. I think it's related to the fitness. I am not sure that she is in the... Yeah. Yes.
RTP का एक डेट होता है, so RTP is return to play. RTP का एक डेट होता है, so that must be somewhere just before the test.
With the ODI series maybe. Yeah. So that is why she is back for the test.
Yeah. Gish, do you think Mithali Raj should be included in the administrator position for Indian team? She will do a much better job than the people who are currently in the position. ये तो पूछने की बात नहीं है. I think women's cricket में I had told this the other day also that women's cricket should have a different, um, a whole different body, governing body sort of, or an administrative body sort of. And there,
Mm.
someone, absolutely, someone like Mithali Raj should be right at the top, because I think that's where women's cricket now is growing, and this is the correct time to get someone like her on board. And from
Yep.
growing to that escalation, I think she can do absolute justice. And as I was saying, like, she has played with the seniors, with her contemporaries, with her juniors, so she knows most of the players, and she knows where to use which player, how, who is good, their strengths and weaknesses. So I think she'll make a very, very good administrator. And we have
Mm.
clearly seen that she has a very cool, calm head on her shoulders, understandably. I do think she'll make a good administrator, but what I think barely matters. We have to wait for what BCCI thinks. Okay. Gisht. I just feel a bit bad for Arundhati. She does everything but doesn't get much opportunities. Her commitment and dedication always goes unnoticed. She's a team player, and we need to have more character like her.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. New one, no, this time Geo Hotstar. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Gisht like. Gisht, I feel Renuka's team is run hit out in the Indian team. ये क्या बोलते हैं तुमने भाई? She's only effective in the power play, and for the past 1 year, she hasn't done well. अच्छा,
Mm.
time has run out. Okay, I got it. मेरे को लगा run out क्या हो गया भाई? Snehal, my mistake. She retires at the end of the series. Yes, yes. Um, Prince of World, we asked good match, they delivered nail biting match. Exactly what I was thinking. लास्ट बॉल में 4 रन चाहिए, 2 रन चाहिए थे, कुछ तो था, हाँ, लास्ट बॉल में
Mm.
2 रन चाहिए था। आई एम लाइक,
Mm.
इतना नहीं मांगा था भाई, हमने बोला था इंटरेस्टिंग बनाओ, ये कुछ और ही ज्यादा ही हो
मैं
गया।
मैं तो हाइलाइट्स देखा क्योंकि
हम्म। हाँ, क्यों तुम तो घोड़े बेच के सो गए थे।
सॉरी।
मैं इधर भाई को पूछ रही हूँ, पोस्ट शो होगा, नो रिप्लाई। ओके, मम्मी का धाबा। ओके, संजू सैमसन काला काला जादू कर रहा है, किस पे, तुम पे?
तो मैं समझ गया आप क्यों लिखे हो ये कमेंट, क्योंकि क्योंकि अभिषेक भाई हॉस्पिटलाइज हो गए। अभी
हॉस्पिटल से
ईशान
वो
किशन को
निकल भी
भी,
गए यार।
हाँ, और ईशान किशन को भी आज थोड़ा चोट लग गया बुमराह के बॉल में। ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है आपका मैसेज, पर ऐसा कुछ
देखो,
नहीं,
मैं एक
देखते
बात
क्या होता है।
बताती हूँ, मम्मी का धाबा, मैं एक बात बताती हूँ, जब तक दूसरे पे कर रहे हैं करने दो, आप पे ना करे वो देखो, आप सतर्क रहो। बाकी जो कर रहे हैं करने
सावधान
दो।
रहे, सतर्क रहे। जय हिंद।
Gish, want a good series? It will be good for women's cricket and will be good
Yeah.
if India wins. Hope Jemima keeps performing consistently. She and Arundhati are a few great characters in this squad. They are always cheering others, correct? Prince of World, the way Fatima Sana batted yesterday, she has improved after her captaincy.
Mm.
Pakistan Cricket Board did good job choosing Sana over senior players. Your thoughts? Yeah, I think she's a feisty character, like, Gisht said for Arundhati. She's always fighting. She's always, in fact, one of the DRS calls also I really liked. The wicket keeper Muniba and the bowler was
Mm.
pretty excited. I think it was who it was, I don't know, but they were pretty excited, and she said, no, it was bat, it's bat, calm down. And she started laughing. She's like, calm down, lenge lenge wicket lenge. So yeah, I really liked, I really like the way Fatima captains. I
Yes.
really like her guts, and I really admired the innings. Also, Snehashish, all of those were proper cricketing shots. She did not play
Yeah.
any fancy shots.
Yes, and that was quite, I will say, surprising for me because I expected
Mm.
some fancy shots here and there. But the way she throughout the innings, I think the way she batted, and especially those clean hitting, in the straight V's, I think superb.
Correct.
And some of those were also against the spin also,
Yes.
and one more important thing, uh, understand the slower deliveries, waiting for those, and then
Oh yes.
timing those balls. You know,
Yes.
I think it was
Yes.
superb thing. It is not very easy thing. Even best of the batters also fail sometime under pressure to time the slower deliveries to her perfection. But the way she did yesterday, I think it was superb.
Yeah. So true. Um, where was I? Yeah, Hariharan. It will be nice if Healy leads a new franchisee like CSK for WPL next year, as per Kashi update on CSK in Rev Sports channel. अरे नेक्स्ट ईयर नहीं हरिहरन, नेक्स्ट ईयर कैसे होगा? टीम ऐड होने में अभी एक दो साल बाकी है। रुको
हाँ.
जरा, सबर करो, इतने साल कर लिया और 2 साल कर लो। अम, तुम लोग थोड़ा अगर धीरे धीरे कमेंट करोगे तो मेरे को भी अच्छा लगेगा, ठीक है? Gisht, I felt that Arundhati should have played ahead of 80% fit Renuka in the World Cup. She wasn't able to get into it. Um, get into rhythm. Sorry, I don't think so. But ठीक है अभी. Bhanumati Bandhu, Fatima Sana batted exceptionally well yesterday. I was surprised to see her hit those big sixes. She came out of syllabus for South Africa. I have not seen her bat so well. Yeah, I think she came out of syllabus for herself also, you know. You could see she was
For
so
Pakistan.
excited when she came out. Yeah, for Pakistan
Yeah.
also. Hari Harin, it will be crazy support for Indian women even in Australian stadium. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Um, Bhanumati Kayla Reyneke is an exciting prospect. She handled that situation really well. Yes. Snehal K. Litchfield said Australia team takes revenge of World Cup semi-final by winning series against India. ICC tournament can compare with bilateral series now. अरे वो लोग ऐसे हवा दे रहे हैं सीरीज को, तुम लोग भी यार हर बात को इतना सीरियसली मत लिया करो. इनफैक्ट आई डोंट नो, maybe IPL has reduced this, पता है? But
Yes. Yes.
when there was Border Gavaskar Trophy, uh, even the men's team would say such ridiculous things. But the truth is,
Mhm.
uh, they are just having banter. I think Grace Harris one also is a banter. So let's not take that in a poor taste. कहाँ गया भाई? लेट्स गेम ऑन. वर्ल्ड कप में रेणुका को विकेट ज्यादा नहीं मिले पर उनकी इकोनॉमी काफी अच्छी थी. ओडीआई शी इज अ गुड ऑप्शन यार.
Mm.
Prince of World moving forward, Reyneke is a good addition for South Africa. What a debut for her. Yes. Gisht, hope
Yes.
players like Lauren Bell and Laura, okay, Laura Woolward, don't do well against India. They should do well against all the other teams in the world, but not against us. They can even break record against Australia, but not against us. गिश्त इस बात पे हम दोनों तुम्हारे साथ सहमत है. न्यू वन, डिड यू वॉच टुडे साउथ अफ्रीका वर्सेस अफगानिस्तान मैच? फुल एंटरटेनमेंट. थोड़ा सा देखा
Yes.
यार मैंने, फिर मैंने देखा कि आज के दिन मैंने अपने आप से वादा किया है कि इतना टेंशन नहीं लेना है मुझे, तो मैंने बंद कर दिया भाई. Let's game on. 2028 will have new WPL teams, which is 2 years from now ना. तुम लोग तो अगले ही साल सीएसके को और लॉरा बुलवर्ड को वहां का कैप्टन भी बना रहे हो. तुम लोग तेजी से चलते हो ना, मतलब. Gisht, who do you think should be our main bowlers for this World Cup? I will wait for these series to get over क्योंकि मेरे को
Yeah. Yeah.
इंजरी का बहुत ज्यादा डर है. बाकी चीज तो बाद में होगा.
Mm.
Prince of World, I read somewhere Sophie Molyneux debuted in 2021 and till date she played only 50 odd matches, but Litchfield Sutherland like players played more matches than her. हाँ, क्योंकि better players है ना, तो.
और injury.
ओ हाँ, सोफी मोलिनो के करियर से ज्यादा तो उसकी इंजरी करियर है.
हाँ.
सॉरी.
तो होगा.
Gisht hopes Sneha Rana can regain her form. Same here. Sharni Haldar, are Australians hyping the series? That's good for overall cricket. फील्ड पे सबको एनर्जेटिक एनिमेटेड देखेंगे, बातें होगी जैसे टेस्ट मैच में होती है. एग्जैक्टली यही मैं बोलने की कोशिश कर रही
They're
हूँ.
obviously they're hosting the world champions. They need to hype
Yeah,
it up.
correct. Gish, why are so many players getting injured? Hope there are no more injury concerns for the Indian team in both men's and women's cricket. मुझे लगता है कि अभी बॉडी को इतना मेरे बॉडी को नहीं, प्लेयर्स के बॉडी को इतना यूज टू नहीं है वो लोग कि इतने सारे मैचेस हो इन अ ईयर, which they will slowly get used to, but right now they're not used to it. So that's why I think they're getting injured quite easily. They have to change change the training routine, probably take rest more, because if you have number of, like, I have often felt that in India we train way more than we should, and fitness is seen in a very very like, I don't know, run 50 kilometers is not something I feel is cricket fitness. So
Yep.
instead of specific sport fitness, I feel we do a overall fitness, which is also one of the reasons that the muscles are fatigued. And since the muscles are fatigued, they end up getting pulled, stretched,
Mm.
etc. Gisht, nice analysis. Thank you so much. Um, Hariharan, feeling bad for Churny not included in test squad. Yes, I thought that was a massive, massive miss
Mm.
out. But I think Vaishnavi has Captain Harmanpreet Kaur's backing. That's there, and which was very clear the moment. And there is
Mm.
nothing wrong in that. Don't come dancing on my social media and say, "Oh, you do not like the captain" or something of that. So it's not like that. Every captain has their go-to bowler, and I
Yeah.
think Vaishnavi has become that for Harman. Mm. Bhanumati, thank you for your detailed analysis. It was really informative. Thank you. Let's game on. In 2024, Aussies whitewashed India. Hope it's vice versa this time. तुम्हारे मुंह में घी शक्कर pancake waffle sub gisht. I feel Nandini Sharma might get a chance in the South African tour if Indian pacers don't do well against Australia. It's yes, of
Mm.
course. Gisht. It's good that Harman is backing Vaishnavi, but Charani clearly deserved a call up to the test team. It's not fair. देखो गिस्ट life in itself is unfair. तो अभी क्या कर सकते हैं एंड यू नो इट हैपेंस इवन अगर हम ऑफिस में देखेंगे कोई भी ऑफिस में होगा तुम्हारे ऑफिस में
Mm.
होगा तुम्हारे स्कूल में होगा कि टीचर को या बॉस को लग रहा है कोई पर्टिकुलर यू नो किसी पर्टिकुलर पर्सन को बैक करना है तो हमेशा वो स्टैट्स पे या हमेशा वो इस बारे में नहीं होता है कि वो फेयर होता है वो करेक्ट होता है वो ही सबसे ज्यादा हार्ड वर्किंग है या कुछ इस पे होता है कि एक गट फीलिंग है एक भरोसे की बात है तो वो हो जाता है तो आई थिंक दैट्स देयर विथ
Vaishnavi.
या थैंक्स आई हैड फॉरगॉटन द नेम एंड आई वाज सर्चिंग इन द कमेंट्स व्हाट वाज द नेम Hariharan, go to bowler in the sense of skills or soft mindset with the player? No, no, in the sense of skill, soft mindset क्यों
Yeah.
होगा इसमें?
Mm.
अरे वैष्णवी शर्मा है वो वैष्णवी कौर थोड़ी है इसमें कहाँ माइंड सॉफ्ट माइंड बहन थोड़ी है उसकी यार प्रिंस द वर्ल्ड व्हाई ऑलवेज टेस्ट मैचेस प्रेफरिंग फास्ट बॉलर्स मोर देन स्पिनर्स माय स्मॉल डाउट दैट्स व्हाई आई एम आस्किंग नहीं मुझे नहीं लगता प्रिंस ऑफ वर्ल्ड इट इज अबाउट टेस्ट मैचेस इट इज मोर अबाउट पिचेस एंड कंडीशंस राइट स्नेहाशीष
Yes, absolutely. I think in Australia, you will get different type of pitches and conditions, and according to that, you will love to field your best possible, playing 11.
Yeah,
So I think that is why they have gone with that kind of variation with the bowling lineup, and let's see
correct.
which will be the bowlers that will eventually turn up as in the playing 11.
Correct. Okay. Gishti Singh, who is currently our main strike bowler again, among us the Pacers? Main strike bowler. Okay.
Kranti maybe. I know she had a bad
Kranti.
at WPL, but still I think Kranti will do well in Australia. I think.
Hmm. But England, I feel, could be Renuka. That's me.
Yeah, in England, I will definitely go with fully fit with full rhythm of Renuka. I think she will be dangerous.
Correct. Hmm. Sharani Haldar, I don't think Vaishnavi will debut because Australian pitches पर दीप्ति and स्नेह राणा is enough. 3 pacers खिलाओ. मुझे लगता है दीप्ति और स्नेह राणा में से दीप्ति खेलेगी और
एक
वैष्णवी
खेले.
खेलेगी.
हम्म.
Yeah. गिश्त दिल है तो टूटेगा ही यही तो बात है फॉर प्लेयर्स फेमस कोट सिर्फ प्लेयर्स का क्यों जिसका भी दिल है जो कि अगर जिंदा हो तो है अगर जिंदा हो तुम तो दिल भी है और अगर दिल है तो टूटेगा ही टूटेगा मेरा
बस
तो
हो गया.
दिन में 7-8 बार टूटता है कोई ना कोई कारण मुझे फेवरेट खाना नहीं मिलता है गेम में मैं हार जाती हूँ क्रॉसवर्ड ठीक टाइम पे सॉल्व नहीं होता है Sambhavi Gimire. The thing I'm more concerned about right now is India's bowling. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling. I hope I'm wrong. Um, I also hope you are wrong, but I understand where you're coming from, and I
Yeah.
think all of us are pretty scared, but hopeful. Hopeful because, as I said earlier also in this live, Snehash is hopeful because the conditions will be a lot better for the bowlers.
Yes, compared to Indian conditions, Australian conditions are known to be a little bit more favorable for bowlers, especially pacers. So
Hmm.
from that point of view, I think Indian bowlers will not mind that. I think
Yeah.
all the bowlers also know that they had a very average outing in the WPL for their respective franchises. But I think one good game for India in a little bit favorable conditions in Australia or maybe in England, in South Africa also. I think bowlers will get enough help. So I think that can help them to get back that confidence, because all these bowlers are very skillful. They have done that.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you couldn't
Hmm.
have won that World Cup. So I think one or
Hmm.
two good match will definitely help them, and I think Australian pitches can give that help.
Right. Hariharan, but Charni is do far better than Vaishnavi in the right stump to stump length. Yeah, if you're asking about my own opinion, then yeah, I would have preferred Charni above
Yeah,
Vaishnavi. Nothing wrong with Vaishnavi, but I completely agree with you. I would have the more traditional Charni bowling than Vaishnavi, but we, I'm not the one who selects. That is there.
yeah,
Anjali, now India team goes as world champion in Australia. What a surreal feeling. So true. Snehal, why Aliza Healy not, sorry, Alice Perry not captain? Because Sophie Molino is the captain. She, what a poor
yeah,
answer.
yeah,
But no, I think I'm still trying to find the answer. If I get the answer, I'll tell you guys. If you guys have the answer, you guys come and tell me.
done.
Tell us, rather. गिश्त, I'm sorry for troubling you all these days with my baseless questions. अरे सुबह का भूला अगर शाम को घर वापस आए तो उसको भूला नहीं बोलते, उसको
क्या
गिश्त
बात,
बोलते हैं.
क्या बात.
बट बात ये है कि तो वी स्टक ऑन विथ यू, यू स्टक ऑन विथ अस, एंड नाउ यू आस्क ब्रिलियंट क्वेश्चंस. दैट्स इट. Okay. Prince of World. Trishadi, if I want to read one book, what should it be? Please prefer any book. Feeling to read a book. तुम्हें मुझे एक्चुअली क्या मन कर रहा है? डू यू वांट टू रीड अ स्पोर्ट्स बायोग्राफी? डू यू वांट टू रीड अ मर्डर मिस्ट्री? डू यू वांट टू रीड अ नॉन फिक्शन? बुक मत बोलो, क्योंकि ऐसा दरवाजा खोलोगे ना, तुम पीछे दिख रहा है ना तुमको बुक्स, तो ऐसे तुम दरवाजे खोल दोगे ना, क्या ही
अभी
बोलो.
अभी स्पोर्ट्स रिलेटेड एक रिकमेंड कर दो.
Either Rafael Nadal, which is Rafa, or
हम्म,
I think the Pat Cummins book is very good,
okay. Yeah.
or Open, Andrea Agassi. In these three sports related are very good. Yeah. मैं खुद 4 किताबें पढ़ रही हूँ एक साथ. ओके. तो तुम लोग समझ ही सकते हो कि
Yeah.
Gish, Renuka hasn't done well in tests. She has gotten many opportunities, but her stats aren't great. Agreed. गिस्ट, फेमस कोट बाय त्रिशादी, दिल है तो टूटेगा. बिल्कुल, पर मेरा नहीं है, किसी का होगा. गालिब वालिब ने बोला होगा. मैं तो ऐसे ही उनसे थोड़ा थोड़ा खिला के आप लोगों को आके ज्ञान देती हूँ. तो शरण्य हलदर, फॉर स्नेह राणा वी गेट एन एक्स्ट्रा कुशन फॉर बैटिंग, बट अभी स्नेह राणा का ऐसा फॉर्म रहेगा तो वैष्णवी ही खेलेगी. आई कंप्लीटली अग्री.
Mhm.
Snehal K is saying something very interesting, Snehashish. In England for World Cup, I think Shafali Verma performed well because I watch her innings in series against England.
Mm.
So
Yes,
you think?
she did well. She did well. I think from that series only that conversation started that
Yes.
she should be picked up for the World Cup, ODI
Mm,
World Cup squad or
mm,
not, because
mm.
before that she was not,
Yes,
in the radar of the selectors.
yes,
Even I can remember, Amol Majumdar said, I think after the 50-20 in England that
yeah,
Shefali did well, and I think
yeah.
she
And
will
she's in
be,
contention.
under.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she will be under contention. And then we all know what happened. That unfortunate injury to Pratika, and then she came in and what a knock she played in the final. So yeah, I think now I think for her, the first challenge for her will be to bring back the consistency that she showed in Sri Lanka series. I think that is
Mm,
needed. As a we all were a little bit disappointed to see how she bats throughout the WPL seasons. We expected a lot more from her, because now she's a
mm,
senior batter in the DC camp.
mm,
So we
mm,
expect a bit more from her. especially the way she got
Yeah, that
out.
was extremely frustrating. Yeah,
Yes,
so true.
especially the way she got out on several occasions, being set also. So I think that is one thing that she needs to avoid, especially while playing for India. That consistency need to be back, and I think for that the T20 series and ODI series are perfect. I
Yeah,
think she needs to do well from there. And in Test, I think she generally does so well because her
yeah.
gameplay suits the Test format because no such fielding setup and all. She just go and play her shots. So I think that format is very good for her. But I think the challenge will be in the T20 series, and hopefully she does well.
So true. Okay. Um. Sorry, Bhanumati, India is heavily reliant on Deepthi for bowling. Deepthi and Charni themselves picked up 36 wickets in World Cup, and all the other bowlers picked up 20, which is concerning. And our pacers have only picked up 14 in previous World Cup. But yes, that's one huge concern. Of course, pace bowling is a concern, which is where I think everyone is hoping that probably a Pooja Vastrkar gets fit, or
Mm.
someone like or
Kashmir,
some sorry, Kashvi, he
yeah.
can do well. So yeah, I think that's there. But अभी
Mm.
देखते हैं अभी.
हाँ, पिच तो
Okay.
डिफरेंट होगा ना, तो शायद नंबर्स भी हमको डिफरेंट देखने को मिलेगा.
Exactly. Hariharan, not every pitch is bowler friendly because Manuka Oval is completely flat pitch where we can expect high scoring games. मैंने तो एक भी पिच का बोला नहीं कि बॉलर फ्रेंडली है. आई सेड दे विल गेट बेटर कंडीशंस.
Yeah.
इवन इन फ्लैट पिचेस क्या होता है कि बाउंस आपको मिलेगा जो इंडिया में नहीं मिलता है. वो पेस मिलेगा, वो पेस पे आप बॉल कर पाओगे अपना.
Mm.
अगर आप कंधा मारते हो तो वो पेस पे जाएगा. इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. इट इज नॉट ऑलवेज अबाउट द पिचेस हेल्पिंग द बॉलर्स, क्योंकि तुम लोग कहाँ देखना चाहते हो कि बॉलर्स अच्छा बॉल करें. Gisht. Shafali picked up the same number of wickets as Renuka in the World Cup. This is concerning for India. Shafali तो master stroke बन गई थी ना बाबा. Hariharan. Channi reminds me the
Yeah.
exact bowling action of Suleiman Ben, who was former West Indies bowler. Okay, I don't remember, but sure if you're saying. Kish bowlers win tournaments, we currently need
Suleiman
a
Ben,
leg spinner and a
tall leg country.
Acha. Need a leg spinner and a good pacer who can clock 115 km per hour. Completely agree with you. I may not follow all matches in women's cricket, but I do follow all the analysis of Rev Sports. Thank you so much, Gish. Hope India can add another
Thank
World
you.
Cup to their collection. Yes, absolutely. Um, we are all hoping for that. Okay, next question. Any notable performances in सीनियर वुमेन ओडीआई ट्रॉफी. आई थिंक दो ही तो मैच हुए हैं. उसमें भी
Yeah.
देयर इज पूर्वजा हु स्कोर्ड अ 166 नॉट आउट. Then there's a Muskan who scored a century. Then Sarita Meher scored a century. Priya
Yeah. I
Punia
think
scored a century.
Nusrat Parvin also scored, I think, 100 or something. I think she also batted well. Asha Shobana, I think, took 5 wickets, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Nusrat
She also
scored a
she
hundred.
bowled.
She
Yeah.
Shishira A Gaura scored 100. There are quite a
Yeah.
few hundred. Um, Bengal's Dhara scored 83 not
Dhara has
out.
good
I think.
start. Yep.
Yeah, and Tanushri played well as well. Tanushri, how many runs Tanushri scored? I don't remember, but I do remember that Tanushri did
But she's a very good
bad.
batter. She's a very good
Yeah,
batter.
yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. So yeah, I think overall it has just started, but
Yeah.
promising signs. Okay, गाइज 1 घंटे 8 मिनट हो गए. तुम लोग क्या मतलब हम लोग को डिनर विनर जाने नहीं
Yes.
दोगे. Chalo, last few comments. I'll quickly read it. WPL has helped bridge gap between players and also revealed flaws in players like Kiran, Meghna, and Dayalan, who used to get many opportunities. True, Haryana and Navgire will play well, but when it comes to domestic, but with WPL, no words. Because Haryana
Mm.
कौन से ग्रुप में है वो देखो. किसके अगेंस्ट अच्छा खेल रहा है वो देखो. सिर्फ ये मत देखो कि कितने रन्स है क्या है. ये भी
Mm.
देखो
Mm.
किसके खिलाफ है. Let's game on. India's fielding is still a concern. It was visible in the Sri Lanka series. We can't repeat the same mistakes against Australia.
No.
100%. 100%. Gisht, hope the WPL Speed Queen initiative helps in unearthing a few good bowlers. Yes. Sambhavi Gimire, I'm from Nepal, so just wanted to ask, did you all see the Nepal versus England match and your thoughts? Sorry, I'm bringing men's cricket, but just wanted to know. Oh, I'm so sorry, I did not see it actually because.
No, I saw that match and it's so heartbreaking because I thought it was Nepal's game when I think I am forgetting the name, the batter who scored unbeaten 39. I think when he was batting and when he was on strike, I thought it was Nepal games to win. But I think we have to give credit to Sam Kine. I think the way he bowled, I think under pressure, all six Yorkers nailed. He nailed that. Superb stuff. And after the match, he only explained that I went to Harry Brook, the captain. I told that I'm feeling that I can do the job with six Yorkers, and he did. I think superb as a bowler. I think Tushadi can understand the mindset as a bowler. What
Oh,
must be, yeah. So I think he did superb. But what an effort from Nepal. I think Nepal can surprise few. I am still hopeful that Nepal can surprise and go to the Super 8 stage. So let's see what happens. But yeah, I think superb effort from Nepal.
Gisht, I'm just concerned about our pace bowling. That's why I sent so many questions regarding it to get some clarity, and indeed I did get some good views. नहीं नहीं क्वेश्चंस का मैं ऐसे ही मजाक करती रहती हूँ क्योंकि
Yeah,
हम
yeah,
लोग तो
yeah.
1.5 घंटे ऐसे ही बात करते हैं, तुम लोग पूछा करो यार। हाँ, अब मत पूछो, 1 घंटे 10 मिनट हो गए, अभी मत पूछो, फिर कल आएंगे। एंड अभी से तो हर रोज हम आते रहेंगे, तो कल शायद नहीं आएंगे हम लोग, परसों आएंगे।
Yeah, yeah.
कल
परसों तो
नहीं आएंगे,
आएंगे,
कल।
मैच भी है। परसों
हाँ
दो
नहीं,
मैच है
कल
इधर।
नहीं आएंगे क्योंकि कल इंडिया का मैच है ना वर्ल्ड कप का, तो
यस,
हम
यस,
नहीं आएंगे।
यस।
Okay, Hariharan, is it the root of India is not focused on pace bowling, or is it because of pitch that they are not taking pace bowling as option? Yes, that's the point. I I think both combined, Hariharan, because the pitches are so suited for spinners in domestic matches that you
Yeah.
barely want pacers or barely want to become a pacer.
Yep.
And that's why I think that's a bigger issue for India. Anjali,
Mhm.
yesterday I see the match and I feel Jemmy's effect on Laura as she's talking a lot between batting. I completely agree. I think Sunelu must have been surprised. Sunelu must have been like, this one looks like Laura, behaves like Jemmy. Because literally Laura Pulvar was going and saying, I was like, wow, that's Jemmy effect. But yeah, I think Jemmy has shown that, and she was explaining to Sunelu and built a very, very good partnership.
You must share, Tushadi, how good Laura Ulbert took a picture with you. She only took the picture with you, na? You didn't take.
Yes. Yes, of course. I think, wait, let me see if I can add the image and show it to you guys. Yeah, 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 yeah. Where is the adding option? Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
You can first show, add file, photos.
You guys must see how Laura Ulbert was happy to take up by clicking a picture with Tushadi.
Yeah, well, there were two special pictures, no? So
Yeah.
let us show it.
Hmm.
भी देखो अपलोड हो रहा है, फिर उसके बाद दिखाते हैं। टिल देन क्वेश्चंस लेते हैं। हाँ, हो गया ओके।
Okay.
There you go. See how excited Laura Woolward and Nadine Clark are to take pictures with me.
See.
No, just joking, guys. Very sweet of them. Yeah, they were out for dinner. We were also out for dinner, and we said, can we get a picture? And they absolutely obliged.
Yes.
And then there is this one special.
Yes.
This, of course, Snehashish also has his bit.
Yes.
And I have done a better job with the photography than he has.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay. Gish, Laura Woolward should continue batting at number 3. That position suits her. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Snehal K. This Australia tour tests and practice for Indian players for upcoming England World Cup, especially that players who drop from squad, Shafali and Shriyanka Patil need to give their Best. Absolutely, Snehal. So
Mhm.
true. Pavan Suresh, hi. Finally, Pavan Suresh, hi. Prince of
I
World. Nicole Lee joined as fitness and strength coach for Indian women team, right? Yes.
yes,
Pavan Suresh. When will India women tour of Australia start? 15th Feb.
15th.
Hariharan, do we have campaign for young players getting explored in overseas pitch like Australia and England to gain pace bowling? No, I don't think so. We don't have any such campaign, but I'm sure they're seeing.
I think just only series happens like India A or
Yeah,
India under 23. The
yeah.
series happens. Yeah.
Okay. Pavan Suresh, Badiya Trishaji, thank you. Snehal K, what Laura said to you, Trishaji, nothing special. She just smiled and said hi. I also smiled and said hi. That's all. Because we had already said that we are big fans. कितना ही बोलेंगे यार. Prince of World, beautiful picture with Jemmy. Loved that photo. My dream one day, a photo with Jemmy. Hoga, hoga, sure. Anjali, Jemmy and Laura are good friends since 2021, playing at Northern Superchargers, so she
Yeah.
doesn't mind Jemmy talking. Nobody minds. Nobody
Yeah.
minds. Hariharan, good night, Sushadi and Snehashishda. Good night.
Good night.
Pavan Suresh, England need 37 of 11 balls. Are?
Hmm. Okay, against West Indies. So West Indies
Oh,
are
I see.
looking good for this match. Okay.
Prince of World. Is that a first pick with Jemmy for you, Trishadi? Please tell about that moment. Yeah, yeah, it's a first pick. Um, Jemmy was there for dinner. We said hi, and
And
then
when
I
you
think
said that you are a big DC fan, what was the reply from Jemima?
no, also she said that she has noticed that Rev does follow a lot of women's cricket. That's it. She was like, तुम लोग हमेशा टीम के साथ इधर उधर घूमते रहे तो हमने देखा है यहाँ भी पहुंच गया. I was like, हाँ WPL यहाँ हो रहा है तो हम तो पहुंचेंगे. And then I was like, I'm a huge DC fan. This was just a day before the final. So I said I'm a huge DC fan. So she said, फिर तो तुम्हारे साथ ज्यादा फोटो खिंचवाना चाहिए. So yeah, that's about it. I think she is someone who's very cool to talk to, and
Mhm.
that's what it. Okay, bye guys. Good night. अभी खाना खाने जाना है. भूख भी लगी है.
एकदम
डिनर टाइम
एकदम
भी हुआ है. तो चलते हैं.
yes. So
We'll come
yeah,
back day after.
yes. Day after we'll definitely come back because India A will have their match in the Asia Cup Women Rising Stars tournament, and South Africa versus Pakistan. The second game will be there also. So we'll definitely come back for those matches day after tomorrow. And so till then, take care and just good night for now. Let's join in the next live. Thank you.